This was a nightmare of logistics, how to shoot this movie.
Wow, I just got chills.
I don't ever think I make horror, ever.
Bringing old to life has been quite the process. Knight wrote a great script, and then we started looking for two specific locations, one being a private, magical beach, and then the other being a spectacular resort.
The idea of an isolated beach with the weight of a wall containing our guests became more interesting for us visually and story-wise. Is something that you want to be at. You want to take your sandals off, take your shirt off, and jump in the water. What then has to happen quickly is that same thing that was inviting to you, it was important that it became the villain in the story as it progressed.
You know, we looked everywhere, and when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere on the planet for a place that could be this beach that I imagined in my head. We were forced to shoot it in the hurricane season in the Caribbean. You can't get insurance for COVID. You can't get insurance for hurricanes. This is insanity. We built the wall, and then a hurricane hit. And the wall got taken out. We took a big risk. Can you imagine the logistics involved with every single day between where the light is in the sky, where the water is on the beach? You have to shoot the beginning of the script in the morning, and the middle of the script in the middle of the day, and the end of the script at the end of the day, every day. And then on top of it, the hurricane season kept on taking the beach away, eating the beach away. We had to become experts in the motion of water and how many joules of energy are in waves. And we had to learn all of that to say, hey, at 2 p.m., we're gonna lose most of the beach as the high tide comes in. We have to get this scene and that scene done. There was no room for error at all. We shot this in a very specific amount of time, and we literally did not have one more day. That's how tight it was. The idea that we got to make this movie and tell this story was very precious to us.
We invented time so things don't happen all at once. And what do you do when you don't have that? When time is moving so fast.
What I love about M. Night's work is that he asks you to face fear. With this story, it's so special because that fear is also old age. Life is a fleeting thing, and actually by facing that fear very immediately, he's asking you also to appreciate the moment.
There's no set timeline for life. There's so little we can control in our lives, so you just gotta kind of roll with the punches.
Instead of dealing with stuff or sorting stuff out, it's more about being completely face-to-face with immediacy. Everything is so present and so overwhelming.
To me, the best films that I've seen opened up interrogations. It has made me come out of the cinema feeling that I want to live.
I came to this island to see the ocean, and remember, I'm connected to something bigger.
You make all of these problems for them, all of the thriller problems, all of the personal problems, and the answer is ultimately just being present. You don't have to do anything but go, I'm right here, right now, with this person. Man, I am so lucky. That's the goal of the movie. The idea of being renewed is essential. I want to start over and come up with a new style.
This beach, 30 minutes is a year.
Seems like the most open space, this huge beach in this cove, and then things become more and more weird and more threatening. That slow turn from something that was safe to something that's unsafe was a beautiful goal of ours in the movie. What I keep trying to do as I write is to imagine the very worst things, and would I survive that as a human being emotionally? When I come back out on the other side, can I be stronger for that experience? I want audiences to come into their theater and never have seen something like that before.
My name is Ashana Knight Shyamalan. I am the second unit director here on the set of Old.
The movie is about seeing your children grow up so fast. That's the feeling that I wanted to capture. In real life, my children have grown up now, and they're adults, and they're amazing artists. I had a chance to bring Ashana with me to second unit direct on the film.
let's start the zoom. And action!
All right, rehearsing, is everybody okay? Background and action.
Half an hour is equivalent to 1 year of our life.
All right, one last one, here we go.
I essentially grew up on sets, grew up kind of looking over my dad's shoulder. And this is the first time that we get to actually work together in a professional environment. I've worked on his show before, but this being his movie has been such a special experience for us. No!
And cut.
My dad is the most disciplined person I've ever met, to an infuriating degree where I, as his daughter, I'm like, wow, I guess I'm really not disciplined at all. The way he sees the world is very particular, and it's not a generic viewpoint.
Just to have her on one side of the beach shooting second unit while I was shooting over here, and then at the end of the day, we would go and have dinner together, and having Ashana there made me feel like I never left home.
Every dinner table conversation, he's constantly thinking and caring about the characters, and any book he reads or any movie he sees, suddenly he ties it to the world that he's creating at the particular moment. So for a year or two of his life, it'll all be this one movie that he's thinking about.